What's good, family? It's your boy Devontae Lamont, and I am here to show y'all my new glasses from Phi 2 Glasses, and these are the Archer frames. Oh my God. I freaking love these glasses. I mean, they have such a bold aesthetic. I like the darker frames because you can match them with different outfits and it gives you a bold look. I also have a thing for like circular frames because my face is round. So if you have a round face like me, the Archer frames are definitely what you need. If you like the Archer frames, make sure you go to Phi 2 Eyewear. And if you go to the promo box, type in Enjoy the Journey for 15% off of your purchase. All right. What's good, family? And welcome to Enjoy the Journey. I am your host, Devontae Lamont, and today I have with me Justin Patton. He is a spoken word artist here in the Atlanta area, and he is here to share his journey with us today. What's good, Justin?
What's up, Devontae?
Oh, how you doing?
I'm feeling blessed, man. How
Oh,
about
man.
yourself?
I want to say thank you for being here. I'm doing great. Thank you so
Thanks
much
for having me,
being
man.
here.
It's a blessing to be here.
Oh my God. So I actually ran across you on social media.
Okay.
And
Beautiful thing.
oh my God, I heard you doing spoken word and I said, I have to find out who he is and he's coming to enjoy the journey.
Okay.
So tell me about your life, where are you from, what was your life like growing up? Like, tell me all about you.
So originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Grew up with my parents, my mom, my dad, two older sisters.
Nice.
So I'm a son, I'm a brother. At this point, I'm a father. I'm an artist. Let me see. I moved to Atlanta. I moved here with my parents back in high school. Then went up to Tennessee State for a couple years, and then came back out here, finished at Georgia State, and been in Atlanta ever since. But really didn't discover like poetry, spoken word until like towards like the end of college, like maybe after I graduated. I seen like people like performing poetry at a high level, and I had always written, kind of like in my spare time. So, I tried my hand at it, got on stage, and was completely terrible, but was exhilarating. And so it just kind of continued. So, like I said, I mean, I got a degree, went to grad school and all that, just to figure out I wanted to be a poet. So yeah, here we are.
That is amazing. So I want to know what inspires your poetry. Is there anything in particular? Is it through life experience or the art form? Like, what inspires your poetry?
What inspires my poetry? Life's creativity. So the same creativity that God gives us. I feel like, I feel like we all have that, but I want to share mine. And the best way for me to do that is through words. My father is an excellent orator. My mother was a speech teacher. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say like embedded in me, but that was kind of like a skill that was kind of like passed down.
Wow.
And so really just inspiring others to be their best creative selves as well.
That is amazing. So from Chattanooga, Tennessee, then you went to school up there, then you came to Atlanta. So I know you went to Georgia State University, and one of the things that you talk about is that when you were at Georgia State, about slipping into a state of depression after losing your grandmother, uncle, aunt, all in that same kind of time frame. How did that season of your life at Georgia State take a toll on you and your journey into where you are today?
It took a big toll on my journey because it forced me to look inward. Luckily, I had people around me, friends and family, who care about me and check on me. So, if they had heard from me in a while, because during that time, like, wasn't calling people, they hadn't heard from me in a while, they're going to come check on me. And if I tell them, I'm cool, they'd be like, nah, you don't sound cool. Right. Let me drive down there and check on you. And so I have people that like kind of almost won't let me like slip like too deeply into like a period of depression. I don't want to say it's like full blown because I know people are like clinically depressed, and I'm not sure if that was the case, but definitely a dark time in my life, contemplating suicide and things like that. And so during that time, that forced me to look inward and really try to figure out who I was, and really that's a journey and a question I continue to ask myself to today. But it's an ongoing ongoing search,
It
for who I am.
It is. For a long time in my life, I wrestled clinically with depression and anxiety. I've been suicidal. I spent time in like 3 mental institutions because I had got to a place where, some people say, oh, I almost lost my mind. No, I lost my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the things that helped me, and I heard you say, was having a community around me that cared for me and did not allow me to stay in that low place. How important is it for you to have the right people around you?
Man, that's everything. Yeah, that's everything for me. I've been blessed because I don't think it's like a lot of the people that's been in my life is no doing of my own, really. Maybe like I played a part in continued to cultivating those relationships, but I feel like I was born into a loving family.
Yeah.
We still get together for like holidays and things like that. My friends, I met most of my close friends I met like in middle school, and we still close to this day. Like we talk every day in the group chat. They talking junk all the time. So I was able to meet them at an early age, and we've just kind of all been rocking, and we've always checked on each other. So to me that's everything. The people who have been in my life have helped me tremendously. They don't even know.
Yeah.
Y'all have helped me tremendously. Anybody that I call friends and family, so I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I think that's everything to me. And like I said, it's been I can't even credit it to like anything that I did. It's just, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, put the right people in my life.
And how old is your daughter?
My son.
Son, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
My son is 3 years old.
3. So what is that like? Is this your first?
Yes.
Okay.
That I know of, yes. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
But yeah,
now, I know Papa was a road. No, it's fine.
No, but yeah, he's 3.
How has your son played an instrumental role in you as a man and in your life?
He's played such a pivotal role in my life because seeing the world through his eyes, pretty much every decision that I make is like, what would I want my son to do? Because I know he's always watching me, even when he's not watching me. What's done behind closed doors always comes to light.
Yeah.
And so any decision I make in life, whether it's like a split decision, like somebody says something disrespectful to me and I got to decide, how I want to play it, or like a major decision, like, what I want to do next in life. I always contemplate, like, what would I want my son to do in this instance? And so that's kind of like my guiding light, my guiding question.
That is
to always kind of like strive to make the best decision.
I love that. So I've heard this. I have no children, but I hear a lot of parents say that one thing that matures you is actually having a child because you learn things about yourself that maybe you didn't know before. Was that true for you?
I'm not sure if I can pinpoint anything, but I'm gonna just say, I didn't, to be honest. When I first found out I was having a son, I was very nervous because the first question was like, am I man enough to raise a man? That was just kind of like the first question for me. But then, as he's born and you continue, it feels natural. And so it's kind of like, okay, I can do this. I have enough tools and I have enough support around me to feel like, I feel like found out I'm more of a man than I thought I was.
I love that because that's a different perspective. A lot of times when we step into these new phases of life, sometimes we expect the worst. Sometimes this is the fear of success. Like,
right.
No, I'm equipped and I have the right people around me. I love that for you. So I want to know. You wrote the book Poetry for the Hopefully.
Yes.
So can you tell us about the inspiration behind that and what is that about? Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. I always wanted to be an author, and at the time I was just writing a lot of poems, and I gave them to a friend, like just my poems in a notebook, and she was like, "Yo, you should put these in a book." I'm like, I never really thought about that. So I got them together. And the whole idea of the book it's called Poetry for the Hopefully because everything at the time I was writing has like a uplifting tone to it. And so it's meant to uplift, inspire people's creativity. So in the book, I encourage people to read one poem a day, because just like going to the gym and like lifting weights, trying to get stronger, I feel like creativity is the same type of muscles that you got to exercise. And I feel like reading something like poetry kind of helps exercise that creativity. So that was the idea behind it. So
Wow. I have and this is kind of going off a little bit, but I've always been curious, with you being a professional poet. Of course,
keyword professional.
Professional, make it clear. But seriously, I know in school, like they teach you about like different types of poems, like haiku or onomatopoeia or different types of forms. Do you follow like a particular form when you're doing a poem? Like, okay, this is gonna be a haiku, or is it just kind of a flow from the heart, or how does the process look for you?
And so when I'm writing something that I'm looking to perform, it's usually just a free verse poem. But when I'm practicing, when I'm just writing, I might write a haiku. I might write a sonnet with like a certain rhyme scheme. I might stick to a certain form when I'm writing, just like kind of practicing. But when I'm writing something to perform, it's pretty much just like free verse.
Wow, that's amazing. Matt, can you give us a free verse right now?
So I started off with a quote from DMX. He said, I'ma live forever, I ain't never gonna die. Only thing I fear is that I'm never gonna fly. Carry my weight, but I'm never gonna cry. And I know my soul straight, cause I ain't never gonna lie. End quote. And I ain't never gonna lie. As long as I'm alive, I'ma spit my truth. I used to turn myself down to be accepted by the group. Now I turn myself all the way up. And I think I'm so cool. If you don't like me, you must not like you. But I don't even spit bars. This is my soul inside out, revealing vulnerabilities of a man unafraid to show you his scars. This ain't just my little poetry thing. Just because people always like to be like, hey, Justin, you still do your little poetry thing? Like I don't put my life in these lines. Stand firm on these stanzas. What y'all think I'm on these stages shucking and jiving for followers? My family gotta eat, so don't trip when I sell you my book for $20. Poetry for the hopefully for sale for $20. I am JustinPatton.com.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Liz, I'd have dropped the cotton, brother.
Appreciate it.
That was cold. Oh my God.
Appreciate it.
Brother, you were natural.
Thank you.
Like, what is it like for you when you are in front of a crowd and you're spitting these rhymes? Like, what is that feeling like for you?
Man, it feels like everything. It's exciting. It's scary. It's it's like, as a poet, you almost feel naked on stage because it's like it's just you and the microphone. A lot of times, like, if you're not performing with like a band or like a track behind you or something like that, it's kind of just like you and your words, just you and your vulnerability. And you don't know how these people are going to react to it. So when they react positively, it's exciting. But even when they don't, it's still exciting.
It's still exciting
because you just giving them what you got. You're giving them yourself.
Wow.
And that's hard to do in itself. So it feels like everything, man.
Wow.
And all the in between. Exciting, exhilarating, scary, nervous, nerve-wracking.
That's
amazing. It feels like all of that. But it's a great feeling.
Have you ever had anyone come to you after a show and maybe giving you, maybe something you could share, something that you said that helped them on their journey? Has anyone ever came up to you after a show?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the best part when you give your vulnerability and people come up to you like, oh, I was struggling with this as well. So I have one line in a poem where I say, I'm like, I wanted my hair to move like the white boys, because I went to a Catholic school.
Right.
There's a lot of white people, like, elementary school. So like, there's a point in my life, like, I wanted my hair to move like the white boys. Like that's it's not like a popular thing to say, and it's that's not necessarily something you want to put out there, but you try to be vulnerable and try to be honest in your work. And so like a line like that, where some people come up to me like, yo man, I grew up around a lot of white people too. Like I understand that, like trying to find your identity amongst like different groups of people. So
that's powerful.
So stuff like that. That's one example. But yeah, whenever people come up to you afterwards, that's always one of the best parts. That's what you do it for.
That is amazing. through your poetry, was that level of vulnerability hard for you at any point? Like, because I know a lot of times for me, and I'm still working on being vulnerable as a man. It's something that I'm cultivating. Is it ever hard for you to become naked and vulnerable in front of people, or maybe sharing a story that maybe is hard for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a process. Like, so when I first started, a lot of stuff I was writing was like very like pro-black and anti-establishment and like, but then it kind of transitioned into like personal stories. And so yeah, I mean, even now, like, as I search for stuff to write, as I look inside my heart and figure out, what I want to talk about, I always want to say what I'm afraid to say, because I know that's usually what needs to be said, and that's what's probably gonna help people the most. So yeah, so it's still scary. I don't know if there's anything. Wish there was something I could give you like, do this, and it's not.
Right.
But nah, every time it's nerve-wracking. You don't know how people are gonna react. I mean, you don't even know how you're gonna feel about saying it. When you get up there and spit it for the first time. So
Has there ever been a time where you were maybe, sharing something that maybe had a deep, intense message that maybe came off as controversial? Because I'm thinking about in this day and time, people are very sensitive
Yes.
to a lot of different conversations and things like that. Have you ever been in a space where maybe someone may have felt that something you said was controversial?
Yeah, absolutely. And oftentimes, I kind of lean into that. I try not to come off as disrespectful, but I have like a poem called White Jesus.
Right.
I know, everybody don't, just the title alone will turn people off, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. My intent is not to harm anyone,
Right.
but I am seeking my truth. I am speaking my truth and kind of part of my story. So yeah, definitely.
I love that.
You definitely say things to rub people the wrong way. So yeah, that I don't want to say it happens often, but yeah, it happens kind of often.
Yeah, that's kind of often. But I love that part of truth that you said, that you speak from a place of truth. And I think that is so freaking amazing. So one thing, not only are you a poet, but you're also a business mind, and you created All Smiles LLC.
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me about your LLC? Like, what does that look like, and how do you incorporate that to what you do?
Yeah, so All Smiles LLC is pretty much the housing place that houses my art. And when I partner with different businesses, Black-owned businesses, shout out to Urban Grind Coffee House, shout out to Trap City Cafe,
Trap City.
shout out to Apache XLR. Those are some of the places that I have partnerships with and do ongoing shows with. All Black-owned businesses as well. So make sure you come out.
Come out, yeah.
so,
Can you? What are some? Do you have any upcoming performances or anything that you could share?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. I post everything to my social media at I am Justin Patton, all social media. But we've got Urban Grind every first Thursday, Trap City Cafe every Tuesday. I'm at Apache every first Sunday, and we are at Euro ATL. Shout out to my team at Come Get Some, Miss Wendy, and my man Free Will. But Euro ATL every third Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah, so like I said, those are when I do partnerships and things like that. I just house everything under All Smiles LLC, and even when partnering with nonprofits. Shout out to Miss Cool Kids Committee. She's one that I've done some work with in the past. So yeah.
That is amazing. One of the things that I love, and first off, you just heard all the places that he's at. So if you're in the Atlanta area, you have plenty of opportunities to hear Justin. He's amazing. But one thing that I love is that the partnerships that you create amongst these Black businesses and bringing a level of creativity and art form to them. What is the importance of collaborations and partnerships to you?
It's super important. Whether I'm collaborating with an event space or like a restaurant or lounge that wants to bring spoken word, or whether I'm collaborating with other artists to create something. To me, that's how you can get so far on your own, but when you do it with a group of people, you can spread your seeds a little bit further. And if you want to get your message out there, that's a or for to spread any business, it's going to take a collaboration. So, I feel like we can go further together than I can on my own.
Together. I've always heard that one could put 1,000 a flight, but two can put 10,000 a flight. So we're stronger together.
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
when we embrace that, I really think that we will be stronger together as a
So
community.
even like stuff like this, like I can get on my IG and like, talk about my story and stuff like that. But when I come on platforms like this, introduce you to a different audience, introduces both of us to a different audience.
Absolutely.
And so, we're both able to spread a little bit further.
Yeah,
so.
but that's what this is all about. When Enjoy the Journey, we're in season 2 now, but the whole purpose of Enjoy the Journey was to literally gather community leaders, creatives, authors, spoken word artists, entrepreneurs to be able to come on this platform to tell their stories about how they were able to navigate and things that they overcame to be successful in their industry. And one of the things that I've learned here, and we're sitting in season 2, is that you reach a group of people that I don't. I have an audience that needs you. And so when we come together, we give our audiences the privilege to come into our worlds and to build a bigger legacy together. So that's really the whole heart posture behind this. I have a big heart for creatives and entrepreneurs and community leaders, and I want all of you to be able to come on here and to be able to share your stories, to share the knowledge that you have that can help someone else on their journey. And so, do you ever have a heart? Because I'm just feeling this in my spirit. Do you have a heart to mentor or to pour into younger poets? Because I feel like there are a group of creatives coming up that need mentorship. Are you open to that, or is that something that you ever desire to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people hit me up pretty often, like, I'm starting to write. I want to get my stuff out there, and I'm always willing to give anything that I know. I don't have. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I have everything figured out, but I might be further along in my journey than someone else. So I'm always willing to share, information that I've learned to help people get to where they want to be creatively. So absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
Who are some poets that inspired you?
Some poets that inspire me. The ones that I've worked with closely. Let me see. I do a lot of work with. I mentioned Wendy earlier. Her business mind is inspiring, and the way she's able to partner and create relationships. My man Free Will, of course, and then some other poets. B-Rock, he's a local to Atlanta, but definitely nation worldwide. Jamello, great artist. Verb Williams, one of my first favorite poets, still one of my favorite poets to this day. So those are some of the first ones that come to mind.
I love that. So if you had one final thought to encourage our audience, could you look at that camera and tell them what encouraging word would you tell them?
What encouraging word would I tell my audience? Stay true to yourself. Whatever you're doing, whether you writing poetry, whether you singing songs, or whether you're doing stuff in the corporate world, stay true to yourself, because that's always the best. That's always the best antidote, and that's gonna be how you're able to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror every day and be okay with it. So yeah, I think that's the best thing. Just be true to who you are.
Ooh, be true to who.
And that's hard to do. That's hard to do. I get that's hard to do. We scrolling all day, and we see like, oh, this one got this one going on, this got this going on. Let me try to figure this out. Nah, try and be yourself is revolutionary.
Bro, when I tell you that is so true, I just this week had a revelation that I am only going to run my race. I'm not going to do this whole comparison thing. And I think a lot of us get lost in the sauce when we start looking at other people, what this person's doing. No, you have a path that God created just for you. And it is your responsibility to stay on that path. Like you are the pilot of your life, And so I love that you said that, because that is something that is really been on my spirit, is staying true to who you are and your assignment and purpose in the earth, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I really am glad that you said that. One more time, look at the camera and let the people know where they can follow you, where they can reach out to you, book you, all that good information.
Absolutely. Let me see. I am JustinPatton.com. You can go there and check out a lot of the content and work I've put out. I am Justin Patton, all social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Let me see, Justin at IamJustinPatton.com if you want to book me, whatever. But yeah, I am Justin Patton pretty much across all platforms. So I'll let your boy.
Awesome. Justin, thank you so much for being here.
Devontae,
Enjoy
thank
the
you, man. This is
journey.
great, man.
This was phenomenal.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Got a great thing
This
going
was
on here.
phenomenal.
This is nice.
Thank
This is professional,
you.
y'all. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? They're doing big things here. So,
Hey.
yeah, I appreciate that. We need this,
Yes,
man.
you
We
heard
need
it
more
from
media
Justin.
like this.
You heard it from Justin himself, y'all. Thank you for another episode of Enjoy the Journey. Until next time, peace out.